What's up, guys? This is Monster Jam Stone here, back with another video. Join us now as we cover the results from East Rutherford and Nashville and give the good, the not so good, and the straight up ugly. As always, we will cover the latest news, including USA-1 being sold, a new BRUTUS driver, more new shows being announced, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more monster truck content. Two shows occurred this weekend, including Nashville and East Rutherford. This would mark the first set of shows to feature a full capacity crowd, and neither event did not disappoint. As always, we will cover the results and give the good, the not so good, and the straight up ugly. But for full results, make sure to check out the Monster Jam Store on Instagram and monsterjam.com. Starting off at East Rutherford, as fans got to see one of the most interesting racing brackets in recent years. The final round of racing would be between KAYLA Blood in Soldier Fortune and Buddy Tompkins in Raising Cane. For the first time in her career, KAYLA Blood defeated Buddy Tompkins to win her first stadium racing win and take a huge win after being away from the sport since March of last year. Ryan Anderson would earn his 12th Skills Challenge win of the season. Yes, you heard that right, Ryan has 12 Skills Challenge wins. Ryan is an absolute maniac. Freestyle saw Tristan England take Megalodon to the winner's circle and earn himself the overall event championship of East Rutherford. Moving on to Nashville, as Show 1's final round race would be between Barry Musawa in Zombie and Elvis Linez in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Barry would win the racing competition, showing why he can be so dominant in arenas. Skills saw Elvis Linez in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior win the competition with a 9.440. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger would earn herself a donut and freestyle competition win. Your overall event champion was Elvis Linez in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. On to Show 2, as racing saw Byron Musawa yet again win racing, defeating Elvis Linez once again. During skills, Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger would win the competition with a 9.150. Barry Musawa would spin Zombie into the winner's circle by adding a donut competition win to his track record. Freestyle saw Brianna Mahan in Whiplash win with a 9.068. This was Mahan's first win in 2021 behind the wheel of Whiplash. Show 2's overall event champion was Barry Musawa in Zombie. And finally, moving on to Show 3, as Barry Musawa would remain undefeated in racing in Nashville, this time defeating Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger for the racing win. During skills, Elvis Linez would earn himself another skills win with a 9.556. Travis Mowry in Extreme Attitude would spin his way to victory by winning the donut competition with a 9.373. Freestyle saw Paul Jensen in Jurassic Attack earn himself his first competition win in Monster Jam. And to close out Nashville, Show 3's overall event champion was Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. That was the results, but what about the good, the not so good, and the straight up ugly? As number one for the good, KAYLA Blood taking a huge win. It could not be a better weekend for KAYLA Blood as she was on top of her game. Winning racing against Buddy Tompkins in an unlikely final round race was hugely surprising, and she continually did well across the show, getting third in weekend points. KAYLA's next show won't be until New Orleans next weekend, so you can be sure KAYLA is going to tear it up for the Louisiana fans. Ryan's send-off weekend for Bakugan. Ever since the October shows last year, Ryan Anderson has been continually wowing fans behind the wheel of Bakugan Dragonoid. Ryan still showed fans that he can put any truck through its paces, having one of his best seasons of all time behind the wheel of Bakugan. Added to his 2021 Stadium Championship Series victory, his final performance in Bakugan Dragonoid was nothing short of the typical Anderson style. While he may have been knocked out of racing early by KAYLA Blood in Soldier Fortune, Ryan went on to win his 12th Skills Challenge win of the season and lay down a solid freestyle run. This weekend in Los Angeles, Ryan will pilot Son of a Digger for the first time of this season, and fans cannot wait to see what Ryan has in store for the 10th anniversary of Son of a Digger. Musawa kicking butt in Nashville. It was fitting to see Barry Misawa and Zombie return to arenas for the first time this year, along with the full capacity crowd in Nashville. Misawa would win all 3 racing competitions across all 3 shows, along with winning donuts and the overall event championship for show 2. And speaking of Nashville, drivers taking big wins. A huge congratulations goes to Paul Jensen in Jurassic Attack and Travis Murray in Extreme Attitude for their respective wins this season. Jensen earned his first Monster Jam victory by winning Show 3's freestyle competition, while Murray won Show 3's donut competition win, adding to his freestyle victory earlier in the year. Congratulations to both drivers. Honoring Hartsock in East Rutherford and Nashville. After the tragic and sudden passing of Scott Hartsock, fans attending Nashville and East Rutherford took a minute of silence to honor Hartsock. A heartwarming photo posted on Tom Mentz's Facebook showed Mentz pointing his finger guns to the sky in honor of Hartsock. The not so good, the delay and eventual rescheduling of East Rutherford. East Rutherford was subjected to very harsh conditions, including lots of rain and a thunderstorm. After being told to seek shelter for more than an hour, it was finally announced the show would get rescheduled for Sunday. And while it did get rescheduled, some fans were disappointed that Monster Jam waited so long to announce this, especially when they must have been aware that there was going to be rain and a potential storm. That's it with the results. Onto the news and our first story. Our first story for tonight is USA-1 being sold. It was announced on Facebook last year that the USA-1 operation has been sold. James Trantina bought the team and is now working with monster truck legend and former owner/driver Everett Jasmer on the continued growth of the team. James has said on his Facebook that he plans on having a ride truck and owning a 4-truck team by the end of 2022. It is awesome to see the USA-1 truck being revived. Next up, Randy Brown driving Gravedigger this weekend. A huge surprise came during the week when it was announced that Randy Brown would be returning to the sport to drive Gravedigger this weekend in Pensacola. Brown has not stepped foot into the black and green wrecking machine, let alone any monster truck since March of last year, and fans could not be more excited for the return of Randy Brown. Up next, a new driver for Brutus. Team Scream's Brutus monster truck is an iconic monster truck from the mid-2000s and early 2010s. It was announced that Joe Foley, former 2 Extreme and Team Scream crew member, will now be behind the wheel of Brutus. Joe made his competition debut at an independent show in Evansville last weekend. It is unknown if Joe will compete in Monster Jam this year or in the coming years, but it's exciting to see a new face in an iconic truck. Our next story concerns Hot Wheels announcing the schedule for Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. Hot Wheels announced on their social media earlier in the week, detailing shows that would host Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live in late 2021. The following shows have been scheduled. Ontario, Canada at Toyota Arena, September 18th to 19th. San Diego, California at the PENSACOLA Arena, September 25th to 26th. Louisville, Kentucky at the KFC Yum Center, October 2nd. Charlottesville, Virginia at the John Paul Jones Arena, October 9th to 10th. State College, Pennsylvania at the Bryce Jordan Center, October 16th to 17th. Hoffman Estates, Illinois at the Now Arena, October 23rd to 24th. Norfolk, Virginia at Scope Arena, October 30th to 31st. St. Charles, Missouri at the Family Arena, November 6th to 7th. Fort Worth, Texas at Dickies Arena, November 13th to 14th, and Oklahoma City, Oklahoma at the Chesapeake Arena, November 20th to 21st. Fans are excited to see the return of Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live, but what do you think of this? Will you be attending a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live show this year? Tell me more in the comments down below. And finally, more shows added to the schedule. More shows have been added to Monster Jam's ever-expanding schedule. Shows recently added include Columbus, Ohio at Nationwide Arena, July 31st to August 1st. Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Fiserv Forum, August 20th to 22nd. Fresno, California at Save Mart Center, August 20th to 22nd. Hartford, Connecticut at the XL Center, August 21st to 22nd. Allentown, Pennsylvania at the PPL Center, August 27th to 29th. San Jose, California at the SAP Center, September 3rd to 5th. Cincinnati, Ohio at Heritage Bank Center, September 4th to 5th. Baltimore, Maryland at Royal Farms Arena, September 4th to 6th. Rosemont, Illinois at Allstate Arena, September 17th to 19th. And Detroit, Michigan at Ford Field, February 26th and 27th, 2022. These shows mostly consist of the same few drivers that have been scheduled for arena shows this year. Even more interestingly is Detroit will be present for the 2022 season, as no other show for 2022 has been announced with the exception of the aforementioned Detroit show. But what do you make of this? Are you excited to see more shows being announced? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you all next time with some more monster truck content.